watching Calefare.
Hello there, welcome to Calefare's first ever podcast. Today, we will be showcasing some talented individuals and have them share their stories behind their interests. My name is Juan and I'm pleased to be your host for today. Today, we will be showcasing two different forms of arts. Arts, as we know it, is a way of evoking emotions and expressing one's creativity. So for today, we'll be introducing to you guys two respective brothers, individuals, who will be sharing how it is that they pursue their respective interests. How are you, Dita?
I'm good, bang. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to meet you. How was the trip? By the way, Tiffany?
Oh, it's crazy fun. I went to Jogja first, then I went to Tulung Agong, my town, then I went to Bromo.
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah, the
three
Tulung Agong.
locations.
Correct.
You think how many days?
It was, I think, 6 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The best one is in Bromo, because that one I feel that it's so much worth it for us to hire the guide, which is like he have a professional camera and the pictures are.
Well, it all comes together as a package, right?
Yeah.
Because recently I went Mababu as well, and they have that whole package put together. But I think inside the list of their packages, they don't mention anything about there being an additional camera. It's not paid separately. It's something like that.
Yeah.
So that's the part where I think the packages, the tour guides packages there is I think booming in that extent because I think it's kind of like causing the market of the photographers there to going down. But sure, handphone is just crazy.
And the good part was for my one, we have. Oh, sorry. They edited our video as well.
Oh,
they
is it?
edited our video. They edited our pictures.
Collage.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's great. Okay. Now we'll talk more about your scope of expertise, right?
Okay.
So, Dita, I understand that you've been passionate about the Malay arts, the Malay literature, and whatever. I think you've done a lot of work on a personal basis. So, generally, I think the listeners will want to know what exactly made you be passionate about this. What drove that passion into Malay arts and Malay literature?
I think for me, when it comes to Malay culture, it has been part of my family lah.
Okay.
Ever since I was young, I've been exposed to the Malay culture when it comes to Malay dance, Malay Barat, in the Malay village. Okay. Then I remember last time when I was young
This
also.
is Malay village, Tulung Agong.
No, Malay village yang kat Gilasan.
Oh, okay. That village. Okay.
Yeah, so since I was young, I've been exposed lah. We go to the, what do you call it? They have a mini museum in Malay village.
Okay.
So I'll go there on my own last time, just to explore and everything. So when it comes to school, learning Malay language and everything, it's I will say easier for me than compared to my friends because I speak Malay language both at home and as well as outside with the people around me, with my parents' friends and the people at the Malay village itself lah. So when it comes to writing, I would say it is more of something that is not difficult for me to do because Malay language is the language that I use.
Mainly because of your surroundings.
Yeah, correct. Because of my surrounding. So when it comes to writing, it is easier lah. Yeah, I don't need to adapt or anything.
So some of your people around your surroundings, they are also delving into this kind of work.
Yeah, correct. So I remember when it comes to Malay language, for me, literature and arts are two things that cannot be separated. When it comes to literature and arts, it's something that is interconnected.
Okay.
Yeah. So literature is something that I learned or something that is exposed to me since I was young.
Is in your, as in by your definition, is more towards the concept of writing.
Yeah, concept of writing and everything. Concept of folklore, old stories and everything. Kalau Melayu, we have the cerita si tanggang.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, cerita.
There'll be folklore lah. There'll be legenda.
Yeah, correct. Legenda. So it's something that has been learned by me since I was young, be it from outside, Malay village and the people that I talk to, or be it from school. School-wise, I would say it's from the drama competition that I attend since I was in primary school. And
you've been engaging yourself in a lot of competitions?
Yeah, since young, since primary school.
So you've been exposed to a lot of these poetry works. You've been exposed to a lot of poets, right?
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Okay. Was there any specific poetry that you know when you read it, then you're like, wow, this is like it enhances your passion, it enhances your love for that particular word. Was there any?
For me, when it comes to writing,
Yeah.
the one person that actually make me fell in love with literature is there's this presenter in Indonesia called Najwa Shihab.
Najwa?
Najwa Shihab.
Shihab, okay.
Yeah, so she's a famous presenter in Indonesia.
Mm.
She have this show called Mata Najwa. So
Okay.
after every
It's a
show,
showcase lah.
yeah, it's more of a talk show that talks about Indonesian politics, Indonesian social issues and everything.
Correct.
So after every episode, she will have a part where she gonna talk or she gonna read her
Okay.
poems.
Okay.
So from there, I feel that literature can actually be a source or a way for her to talk about or to express her interest when it comes to socio-economic issues in Indonesia. And since then, I start to think that actually there's a value in literature.
I think because of the complexity of the words being used,
Yeah.
I think that you know last time, you know William Shakespeare's time and
Yeah.
all that, there's a lot of poetry being made into uh, um, having to use little words and these words
Yeah.
just to bring forth the most deepest point. I believe. I think if you look back at a lot of the holy books as well,
Yeah.
the religious books, all that, I think a lot of it are being concise into very complex words to try and summarize mainly what is trying to be imparted lah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So I think from there, would you say you've been to some of her talks lah, some of her showcase?
Not yet, but I wish I could one day. But
Oh, you're not yet, but you sing it online, is it? Or?
It's online. Correct.
Okay.
So it's on national TV last time in Indonesia called Trans TV.
Okay.
Then I watched it online through live streaming, and it was, I think, the most engaging talks because it's very up to date when it comes to the issues that is raised. Yeah,
She touched a lot on the political
yeah,
side of
political
Indonesia.
and social.
I see. Okay, so as a writer, I presume that you may have faced some, in the midst of your writing,
Yeah.
face some writer's block.
Yeah,
Like suddenly, in the midst of writing, you kind of have a down moment lah.
correct.
Have a down moment, yeah. So how do you? Yeah, I believe you have experienced that. How do you generally overcome it?
For me, when it comes to writer's block, there are poems where, okay, for me, when it comes to writing poem, I divide it into 3 parts. First
Okay.
part is the ideation,
Okay.
within the ideas
Uh-huh.
itself. That one can come from anywhere, it can be anytime. So example, we can just be talking and then suddenly I got ideas, so I just keep it in mind. Okay, then second part will be when it comes to the writing itself.
Okay.
So that one I'll spend around 2 hours,
Okay.
usually 2 to 3 hours to just to write it down.
Okay.
And lastly will be the finalized one where I do my own vet, my own checking.
So it's more of a elimination process. You see which one is the better work
Yeah,
between these two.
correct.
Oh right. Okay.
So the hardest part will be the second part, the writing part. So sometimes I got the idea, but I don't have the energy and the time to write. So I wouldn't write it because I feel that when it comes to writing, I need to have like my own me time.
Yeah, understand.
Yeah, so if I don't have a me time, I'll just keep it aside first and wait until the right time
The
for
moment
me
comes
to write.
lah. Because
Correct.
usually when it comes to creativity aspects, I understand that the inspiration has to come.
Correct.
The mood has to come. Even designers lah,
Correct.
or even like any artists or whatever matter. Generally songwriters even when they're not exactly in that position or in that moment to actually craft that concept. I think this writer's block kind of you call it, put them on hiatus mode.
Yeah.
Put them on hiatus mode for a while before they can actually proceed with more efficiency lah. Yeah.
And I feel when it comes to writer's block, one reason why sometimes I stop writing for a while would be I just have this idea where I feel that just a negative thought sometimes that runs about how actually there's no point lah writing.
Yeah.
Actually there's some things that come to my mind. Then afterwards it will
Like, where
be
is it going to go?
where is it going to go?
Yeah.
What am I going to do with this everything? But then there will be people that I meet, especially my teachers and my friends. they're gonna say that, hey, actually your writing is nice. You know, you should continue writing.
These
Those
are
kind of
the-
words that
yeah.
actually pushes me.
Correct.
Give
These are
me
the simplest
energy.
words, no? That means what? To me, that is a poetry by itself, no? Just the
Correct.
simplest words, but make you like,
Yeah.
uplifted to.
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, we are old lah, but come on lah. This kind of phrases is the one that drives
Correct.
us. Yeah. Can I maybe take a short break?
Can.
Okay. So I believe with all your passion and
Yeah.
growing up, I think you've done a lot of work on your own.
Yeah.
And I think you eventually decide to compile them together in
Yeah.
I think social media account.
Correct. On Sabda Aksara.
Sabda Aksara.
Yeah.
Sabda Aksara is a Instagram, I believe.
Yeah,
Instagram account.
it's an Instagram account that I run. It's all of my writings there. There's right now around 50 to 60 poems, making mostly of poesy, which is like a normal poetry as well as one syair.
I
Yeah.
see. Have you tried to actually read out the syair?
No, haven't yet. I don't have the confidence when it comes to reading out syair because I believe when it comes to syair, it's not only about singing, but there's also you need to have the feeling to it.
I see.
You need to have
I think the tone also matters, right?
Correct.
The voice also matters.
there's a lot of melody when it comes to syair, and I feel that it will require me to learn first before I will perform it.
I see.
Yeah.
Because it's like the concept of a songwriter. It doesn't mean
Correct.
to sing the song,
Correct.
right? Yeah. But it's an interesting concept. I think you compiling it was what actually drove us to read through a bit here and there. And honestly, the words are so deep and complex that it took us like, wow, okay, it's not something that we can just read one time and just interpret it in accordance with whatever our limited understanding is on the Malay language. Yeah, but amazing work.
Thank you.
Yeah, I had to use a dictionary for that. I haven't been touching that since secondary school.
Kamus Dewan.
Kamus Dewan. The red colour.
Yeah, the
one,
red colour
latest
for
edition.
exam.
Yeah, for exam, correct. Yeah, I had to find that. I just like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Yeah, but honestly, study work. And generally, we hope that can continue pursuing your passion because I think generally in where we come from in the Singapore context, with the what's in trend right now, people focusing on the career industry, and it's very objective driven kind of culture. And I think arts, poetry, and all that is not exactly well. Maybe some people will consider it not well appreciated.
Yeah.
But what do you think about it?
When it comes to writing, I wouldn't deny that it is something that is overlooked by many Singaporeans, be it Chinese, be it Malays, it's everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. But currently, I'm just proud that there are many young poets that are starting to write.
I see.
There is one group, I think it's the Meja Chunting. It's a compilation
I saw.
of young writers in Singapore. And then they are...
Are you involved in that?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
But it's really nice to see that there are young Malay people that is involved in this industry. They are making this scene comes to life again.
I see.
Yeah, because I feel that few years back, it was starting to... I see a decline, especially when it comes to young people doing this industry. But currently there are more and more, and I think it's something that we need to highlight as a society.
Most definitely. I think because of I think sometimes the passion is being diminished because people are not aware that there are other people who are also interested in the same field. So I think in one way or another, I did come across that Major Chon thing.
Yeah,
I think a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours, a few of mutual friends of ours are involved in that. I think there was this Diana girl, and I think there was Yul Hakim as well.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. I think recently you guys had an event, right?
Yeah, me and Abang Hakim, we had an event.
Oh, you call him Abang Hakim?
Yeah, I call him
Okay.
Abang Hakim.
Brother vibes. Alright, so you guys had an event.
Correct, at the NLB, National Library.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
so
event was it?
it's on a forum that talks about literature as a form of history documentation. So he brought up on literature, I think from Malaysia, if I'm not wrong. Then I brought up
Because
on
he's studying there, right?
yeah, and I brought up on a Singapore writer.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And the one that I talks about is Batas Langit.
That is a work. That is
Yeah,
a work.
correct. It's a book
poetry.
called Batas Langit
Oh.
that I studied during my A-level. And I think it's such a nice book that talks about history and the social political issues that happened in Singapore during the independence.
Oh, okay, wow. So back then in Singapore even there were Malay poets writing
there
about
are.
the current era.
There are many, and I feel that it should be highlighted. I feel that not many Singaporeans, especially Malay, that know about it, and it's kind of sad, but I'm still hopeful for the future. I believe that there will be more young people that gonna know about this, and yeah, I'm hopeful about it lah.
I think amongst the reasons why, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think amongst the reasons why poets exist and poetry with indirect words being used to bring forth a certain message is being used because of sometimes how last time there was a lot of communist or a controlled environment where people live in and they are not able to vocalize what it is that they want to say, so they can only try to turn left,
Turn
right,
left,
yeah, and get to the point, and whoever gets it gets it.
Yeah.
It's like a hint. It's
Yeah.
like a hint. Yeah. So I think it's especially, I'm not sure whether it's still relevant in today's context. I believe that there are still some things that we cannot really touch, especially in this specific era. And I think poetry maybe one of the ways to touch that. Yeah, and I think definitely the same way you do, I feel that it should be appreciated. Yeah, it should be enriched. This is an enriched, I would say, hobby last time. Yeah. So definitely, I think it's also great that we have you, somebody who have a poetry background, to be on board with us on our first episode. Yeah, so thank you for being with us.
I hope there'll be more poets.
Yeah, most definitely. As a matter of fact, the reason why I mentioned now our mutual friends, I was hoping that there will be a period of time where both of we can come on board together and just write battle, but poetry style, right?
Malay style.
Malay style. Yeah. So it's but your poetry is more Malay or Indonesian or?
So it's a mix. There are times when I use both language when it comes to the writing aspect.
Okay.
Then when it comes to the content, when it comes to the issues that is raised,
Okay.
I talks about three things mostly:
Okay.
Indonesian issues,
Okay.
political or social issues, Singapore social issues, or the last list usually about love lah. The basic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's something that people can all resonate with.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Okay.
So when it comes to the Indonesian and the Singapore social issues,
Yeah.
there are different ways that I kind of write it.
Okay.
When it comes to Indonesian, I follow the norms of Indonesian poets.
Okay.
So the way they write is more aggressive. I use the word aggressive lah. They are more
Direct?
direct when it comes to saying what they want to say about some issues that is concerning the society. But when it comes to Singapore, I usually use more symbolism to it.
More of like terminologies that are not exactly directly.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, pass
To
on the message.
hide the meaning, but it's still there.
Understand.
If people read it, if people understand what I'm talking about, it's there and they can understand what I'm trying to say lah. So my point of view, my my understanding about the issues itself is there.
So you're generally always kept up with whatever is happening in the political side of your country.
Yeah.
Technically both of them.
Yeah.
So all countries to be in lah. Okay.
But I would say mostly it's Indonesia because I feel that as an Indonesian myself, I have a part to play
I see.
when it comes to saying what's right and what's wrong, to know the issues that is raised, the issues that is faced by the people in my city or my country. I have a right to say, and I feel that
Definitely.
one way for me to contribute back is through my writing.
That is your strength lah.
Yeah.
So you decide to embark on your passion to be I would say a citizen or resident in your country that has a voice to say lah.
Of course,
Alright.
okay.
After this, we'll link you up with your brother.
Okay, can.
Yeah.